Hey, 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 hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Low Carb Queen. Working on the carbs, okay? How are y'all doing? I hope everybody is doing okay. Hope you're having a good week so far. This has been a tiring week for me. My name is Kim. I am on a weight loss journey. I'm on Mounjaro 12.5, and I'm down between 80 and 90 pounds. My next video is coming out tonight. Okay, I've been working on it, and that's going to be week 59 of my weight loss journey. So, thank you to those who watched the replay. I appreciate you so, so much. My hair is doing whatever it desires to do. I keep trying to push down that little curl coil that's up there in the top. But today, I wanted to take a minute to talk to y'all about plant-based food. When you come in, please go ahead and take the poll. Don't forget to thumbs up the live as well when you come in. I appreciate you so, so much. But I have been having a situation with some food, and I'm really trying to pinpoint what's going on with my eating, because for Lent, I have been doing no meat. And, it's been a sacrifice, and I'm thinking that it's a good thing. I probably, in all honesty, picked the wrong time to do no meat since I am on a weight loss journey. But because you need protein, and that's one of the key things, getting in the protein, the protein, the protein. So I've been working on that this week, trying to get my protein in, doing some meal prepping, meal planning. And so again, I've got that video. It's looking at me and I'm looking at it. I'm looking down at the bottom of one of my apps because I have that. Hey L Lewis, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. And so the poll starts out by asking, do you automatically think that plant-based food is good? And I know I would naturally think that, but like I said, I have been running into a dilemma with plant-based food. And so, well, actually, this past week I have been, well, maybe the week before that, I started craving some like meat, chicken, whatever. So I bought the impossible meat, and I bought some tofu. And I did a video, I think y'all may have seen it, where I made some like an Asian style General Toast chicken, and I made it with tofu, and it was absolutely delicious. But I think in the same day, like one was for lunch, one was for dinner, I think in the same day, I might have made the impossible meat. I bought the impossible chicken nuggets and the impossible chicken patties. So I'm not sure if it's either or which one it might be that might be causing inflammation, but I was experiencing extreme inflammation. Like my knees and ankles were hurting me really, really bad. So I just, when something goes wrong, you just kind of go back through your mind and try to figure out, okay, well, what did you do differently? And so that's what I was trying to figure out. What is it that I have done differently that is possibly causing this inflammation? So the only thing I could think about was eating the tofu and eating the impossible meat. So I had a couple things that I wanted to share with y'all. Also, my injection day was Sunday. So I also experienced, an extreme amount of tiredness on Sundays for the next couple days. So I'm trying to work on that. I bought some vitamins. I bought vitamin D, and then I bought B complex. In the past, I have not been able to take B, so just vitamin B or B12. So I did ask chat about the difference between the two. So I'm starting on a low dose of B complex, and we'll see how that works. We will see how that works. Is anybody, as you come in or listen or even watch the replay, is anybody solely on plant-based? And if you are, do you eat processed plant-based food? Do you eat that? Because that is a big difference in eating the process. Hey, Doses of Shiny, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Yes, yes, indeed. Checking that sodium. And the question is, what's the daily sodium intake? And I think it's 2,300 milligrams. That might be kind of high, but let me see again. Let me check again. I'm checking the daily sodium intake. Okay, so for a plus size female, the daily sodium intake should be 15 milligrams. Just regular sodium intake is, I thought it was 2,300. Yeah. So, just a regular, I guess, size person, female. That's still a lot though, 2,300 milligrams of sodium. So, looking at that, I know one of the Impossible chicken patties that I eat, that's about 600 plus milligrams of sodium. Let me check it real quick. I'm just checking the sodium. Okay, so the Impossible nuggets have 480 milligrams. And then the patty, let's see what the patty has, because I thought it was higher than that. So that's, oh, okay. So the patty has 350. So I thought it was more than that. So maybe it's not that at all. I'm just trying to pinpoint and figure out what it could be. Let's see. Shani says, I've tried B12 too, and it doesn't do well with me either. Yeah, B12, it makes my heart palpitate. And so I try to stay away from it. But I am going to give B complex a try. Yes, Shani is definitely looking good over there. Definitely. So again, I'm trying to figure out what it is. What I did not know was that tofu can contain a lot of sodium and can cause inflammation as well. And I was surprised about that. We see a lot of what's called plant-based food. And this is the trick with plant-based food. Plant-based food can be a whole food, like a vegetable, or it can be processed plant-based food. And if it's processed plant-based food, then sometimes it's not any better than regular processed food, or maybe slightly better. I'm just trying to find out, where this inflammation is coming from. So this week, I'm not eating any tofu and I'm not eating any plant-based processed meat to just see, if the inflammation continues, which so far it's not. And then maybe next week I'll incorporate one or the other. It's so difficult. It is so difficult when you begin to try to eat right and you discover all these different things. Shani says, you tried plant-based and ate all that oh, see, there it is. You ate all that processed stuff and you swole up. Yes. My body just does well with whole foods, not the processed plant. Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like, for me, it was worse than regular processed food, if that makes any sense. Like my joints were like stiff. I was like, what is happening? So it was kind of really bothering me, to say the least, and affecting my walk, because I got to move around every day. So yeah. So you've already answered that question. Have you ever felt worse after eating food, something, some type of food labeled healthy? Have you experienced any inflammation? Absolutely. And, it's just these healthier choices that we're trying to make. We just have to be so selective, and it's difficult. Okay, Shawnee said, my middle son is plant-based and all he eats is the processed foods. You know what? Okay, and he's gained so much weight. You know what? I have seen people who were vegetarians or pescatarians, and I'm not a pescatarian, but because I'm not eating meat, I'm eating, like shrimp and stuff like that. I told y'all before I'm allergic to freshwater fish, but I've seen people that has happened to, where they said they were vegetarians and they gained weight. And I was just like, just saying to myself, not to them, like, I don't know why I thought that if you didn't eat meat, you would lose a tremendous amount of weight. But actually, even for myself, when I stopped eating meat, I bulked up on my carbs, and I felt justified to do that because I wasn't eating meat. Because, for me, I get hungrier when I don't eat meat. Like, I could definitely titrate up. I'm going to have another conversation with my nurse practitioner because my appetite, the suppression is not holding me. And I think that's because I'm not eating the meat. So my appetite is definitely, I'm definitely feeling hungrier. Let me put it that way. And the only good thing about that is bulking up on that protein. There is something to be said about when you eat a high protein meal, you start your meal with high protein, you start your day with high protein. Hey, DeBossway, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. People are speaking. Thank you all so much for coming in. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. Shawnee says, because it's not the meat for most people why they gain the weight. Yeah, it's the carbs. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, you could have extra carbs because you're not eating meat, but it does make you more hungrier more often. I heard somebody, I was in the YouTube streets and I heard somebody talking about eating like every couple of hours. Was that you, DeBossway? Talking about how you could eat like every 2 or 3 hours you found yourself hungry, because that's me too. I'm just able to I'm able to maintain it a little bit better this week because number one, I'm not eating junk like the sweet and salty, and then number two, I am trying my best to keep my protein high, like 30 grams of protein per meal or higher if I can. And I find that is really helping me. Okay. Okay. L. Lewis says, I was told to avoid frying tofu. Can cause nausea on GLP-1. Limit salty sauce. You you all in my house, all on my block, you just all up in there. Read my mail, the whole 9 yards. Sodium spikes quickly and go for baked, air fried, light oil stuff. Yeah, because that's exactly what I did with that that dish that I made. I had this soy sauce, the teriyaki sauce. I'm like, good, because this is not real meat. But I felt the after effects. Losing it, Grace, how are you? So glad to see you in the building. I was talking about you again in my video. Every time I think about trying to increase my protein, I think about you. Everybody is speaking to everybody. Thank you, Losing it, Grace. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. You did a walk this morning. Ooh, at 2 a.m. Wow. You did a walk at 2 a.m. Okay. Yeah, I had chat create something for me, and I'm going to be sharing it. I'm going to share it with my channel members. And, it's just, they created like a low impact exercise routine for me. Yeah, Pammy also did something. She did a modified version, And she is Tamika. She did a modified version of exercise, and I thought that was really nice. Pammy tagged me in that. Wow. Okay, I gotta go see that. I gotta go see your walk, Harjarine. Today I have not done it. I have a new medication that helps with decreasing appetite. Okay. Well, that's good. Listen, I need to find out what that medication is because I'm in the same boat. I am in the same boat. I heard Doses of Shiny talking about the phentermine. I was on that myself. And yeah, that definitely will boost the metabolism and everything else. And it definitely cuts the appetite. Absolutely. But I don't know if I was on that before GLP-1. I've tried, pills, diets, all of that. Most of us have. But I don't know if I would want that right now. That's a thought. That's an interesting thought, to mix that with the GLP-1, which is slowing down the metabolism. So I'm just not, I'm not so happy with this plant-based, and I'm not necessarily calling any names. I mean, I've eaten it before, but again, I just haven't been so happy with the fact that, it's causing me to swell up. Let's see what our poll is looking like tonight. The poll. Okay. Let's see. The poll is saying 71% says not always. The question is, do you think plant-based foods are automatically healthy? Not always. Absolutely. And, foods allegedly are considered healthy for, basic nutrition. Don't forget, this is also nutrition month. Did I say that right? Nutrition month. Let me go back to my notes because I had it in my notes previously. But if food has like 5 ingredients or less, then it's considered to be relatively healthy. Let's put it that way. Relatively healthy. And so, where is it? I got so many images. I want to do a video on chat and creating all the images and stuff like that. But yeah, it's nutritional. I think it's Nutritional Health Month, and in addition to Women's History Month. So it's a lot of things going on this month. Yeah, a 2 a.m. walk. Oh, okay. Lucy Gray said that's commitment. That's commitment. That's yeah, it's a lot of things. That's commitment. That's a great neighborhood. All of that, Listen, I'd be afraid of the animals, of the deer or whatever else comes out, because we have a lot of animals that try to come out in our neighborhood. Especially, I say deer because especially when it's deer season. Especially when it was deer season. So what y'all got going on? Let's see. Most of us can't handle all those additives and sodium. Sodium, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Now, I've known people that have walked at 4 a.m. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. I was raised in the city. My nerves will not allow me, even though it's been a long, long time, my nerves would not allow me to walk that early. Let's see. Shani says, best thing is to figure out what works for you and stick with it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Indeed. Let's see. Oh, okay. So you're trying. Okay. I've never heard of that. Well, of course, I'm not a doctor. Okay. Okay, okay. So you're trying something new. Well, I'll be interested to know how you said it's working. Yeah, you watching the sodium. Sometimes I buy the low sodium soy sauce. You just listen. Learning how to eat for nutrition as opposed to pleasure is a major thing. And so, if you've been, eating for pleasure, eating for reward, eating for social, reasons, it takes a minute to try to change those habits. Absolutely change those habits. It takes a minute. Because, honey, yes. Okay, yes. Fin is tough on the heart. Yeah, absolutely. Got you. I got you. The boss way. Yes, same here. Same here, doses of shiny. I tried that many, many years ago. I was in my 30s, so yeah. And honey, I was I was on the move, okay? Just thinking about it gives me dry mouth. Just thinking about fin because you got now. You talk about drinking plenty of water. You definitely have to drink plenty of water on that. You'll lose weight. You'll stay woke. You'll have lots and lots of energy. Whew, just don't become. Oh, Shani, I missed your long comment. Let me go back. Oh, okay. I did. I read that one. The best thing to figure out is what works for you. I read that one. I don't see another long one. That wasn't so long. Put it back in there. If I missed it, put it. You can throw it back in there, and I'll catch it. Let's see. Let's see. You said you used to do that too. Reason I stopped is I met with someone on the trail. Yeah, that's so not funny. Archery, that's not funny, but that's what I say. Being raised in Brooklyn. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. You looking you checking all your surroundings. When you raised in the city, it's just a given. You checking your surroundings, period. And a latchkey kid too. Come on. Mm-mm. Somebody said that sounds like something out of a crime documentary. Oh my gosh. Losing the grace. It was pretty scary. He tried to put something. What? Tried to put something in my face? Oh Lord. I'm sorry that happened. Okay, a group of us, not by yourself. Okay, and at 4 a.m. you'll run with your husband. Okay, that's smart. Definitely smart. Do y'all remember when people used to I don't know if they still do, but people used to power walk in the mall? Used to people would get up early and do power walking in the mall. Did you have your pepper spray? Margarine, did you have your pepper spray? And did you have your zzz? Because you got to have something to protect you. Okay, I have one of those. I gave one to a couple of my girls. It looks like a lipstick, but it's really a shocker. A shocker. Thank God nobody has had to use it. Somebody got a hold of one and used it on their mom. I was like, oh my gosh, just to see if it worked, and it did. Uh, uh, uh. Arginine, yep. You had your pepper spray. I know that's right. Yes, and still do. I know. Thank you. This is yes. Yes, indeed. And they have them. They have this one where I used to go get my hair done. This was years ago. And you know how the people be selling stuff, and he was selling them. He was selling them with the looking in the shape of a lipstick. It was legit too. Yeah. all of those protective things that, you have to use growing up, sometimes growing, depending on where you grow up. Well, nowadays, it could be anywhere. Let's see. Arjun says, because it feels so good to wake up and get your exercise. Yes. I like to get my exercise done in the morning and get it out of the way. Unfortunately, I'm not a morning person. So I try to get up and get it done. I have a whole schedule. Okay. It's a whole entire schedule from 5 a.m. all the way down till 11 o'clock at night. Okay. And that's the way for me to get things done. And I don't know whether it's because of the attention span or I get sidetracked or whatever, but I have to go back and look at my schedule. Did you do this? Did you do that from this hour to that hour? And give in the spirit of education, give a check or a X whether or not you did it, whether or not I did it. So I need to do that. And let's not talk about the big calendar on the wall. Need that as well. I need all of that to help me stay focused on the things that I need to do. Just having several irons in the fire. Indeed. Harjareen says, Lewis says to Harjareen, I think you can still get the taser cheap off 35 and Beltline. Yeah, they're not that expensive. Yeah, because that was many years ago. And I think I got like, again, that was a little baby one. I think I got like 2 for 30 or something like that. But that was many, many moons ago. Had to be about 14, 15 years ago because I did get it down here when I was in North Carolina. But yeah, so again, just coming to the realization that all plant-based food is not healthy, and so we just have to be very, very particular about the types of foods that we choose to eat. And I really do like the Impossible meat, particularly the Impossible chicken. So I'm hoping that that's not what's causing my pain. I'm hoping, because I'm gonna be really disappointed. Now, some things that we could do for inflammation: turmeric. And now this is what people say about turmeric, and I heard Joe Sleeping Sundown Journey say this, and I've heard other people talk about turmeric to say that when you use turmeric, you have to add a little bit of pepper because that's what activates it. Does anybody know anything about that? And of course, ginger. I mean, ginger is so good for us. And I love ginger. It's good for the gut. It gives energy, all of that. And I really have fallen, so to speak, for ginger because, like I said, every time when I put that pineapple, that ginger, and that lemon together, that's a very good, healthy combination for me. Let me get into the chat and see what I'm missing. Let's see. Shani says, I guess YouTube don't like my comment. I missed it again. Let me go over here. Because it's not coming up. I'm on the StreamYard side. Let me go over here. Let me go over here and see, because I don't see it. Give me a second. Don't you? I know I hate that. Don't you hate that? You're in the comments and your comment gets skipped. I'm trying to get this poll out the way so I can see what's going on. See what's going on. All right, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going through. Let me see. Oh, Pam. I didn't even see you come in. Hey, Pammy. Saying hi. Okay, she's saying hi. You only take a turmeric pill? Okay. All right, let's see, Shawnee. I do not see that. I don't see a. Okay, the fin. I'm all the way back up there where Losing the Grace said fin. I don't see. I do not see it. Mm-mm. Let's see. Nope, that's L. Lewis. I am so sorry. I don't know why. And usually, if that's the case, the mods, I saw where you tried plant based and ate all the processed stuff and you swole up. I read that one, but I don't see. Let's see. Okay. And I saw where you said because it's not meat for most people, why they gain weight is the carbs. And you said most of us can't handle the additives. Best thing to figure out is what works for you. You tried phentermine 16 years ago. Yep, I saw that. Yep, I don't see. Yeah, I don't see another comment. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, Pam, you just came in. Yeah, that is so odd. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I don't see it. And sometimes, sometimes you have to break it up depending on how long it is. Because I know there's a certain amount of characters that, for a comment, but usually they'll break it up. Grant, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. I mentioned you in my upcoming video, if I can ever get it out. I mentioned you because I saw your non-scale victory. Oh my gosh. That was really emotional. Okay. The non-scale victory of getting into the roller coaster ride, that was that's like I said, that's an emotional moment. If anybody's ever had that experience where you're just trying to push it down and make sure. And even though that was years ago when my kids were young, I was so glad when my little Lorna, she's not a rider, roller coaster or anything. She just any Lorna would get on a kiddie ride today if we went to an amusement park. She is not about getting on any thrill rides or anything. And so I would just hang out with her. I, wow. That's really something, Shawnee. So yeah, congratulations to you, Grant, on your non-scale victory. Indeed, and indeed. And we all there was a good live on Monday with Kendi K, or everything everybody jumping in and jumping out. That was good. Enjoyed that. And also kudos to you and thank you, Grant, for sharing your story. No parent ever wants to lose a child. So thank you for sharing that. And it's very, very touching. Very, very touching. Hey, Vanessa Grace, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Appreciate you being here. I'm trying to stay in with the chat. I'm not going to be here before y'all long, in the words of the preacher. I'm not going to be here before y'all long today. I just wanted to talk about that tofu, talk about, these plant-based foods that they have a lot of processed ingredients in them and some of the side effects. One thing that I found, and I'm sure y'all can attest to it, let me know, when you start trying to eat right and then you backslide, it seems like it's worse. It's worse for you because now your body has accepted, the nutrition, the this, the that, the exercise or whatever. And then when you don't do it, when you fall off, it's just like, your body feels so bad. Like, what are you doing? It's almost like a withdrawal. So just trying to stay on track. It's definitely a healthy lifestyle change. You know, for those of you who are channel members, it's definitely the wellness circle, trying to stay well all around, mind, body, spirit. And so it's not just a moment, even though we're on the GLP, it's not just a moment of GLP. Darium is in the building. How are you? So glad to have you. That's our GLP Low Carb King. Okay. I saw Mound Rounds Up Bound. I'm probably not saying it right. Okay, we're gonna call Grant and Paul, and those are, we're gonna call them the we have to give them other names like Prince. They're a Prince, or I can't think of any other, you know, names that who serve up under, but Darium is our GLP-1 king because he's always hanging out with us. Okay. So let's see. People are speaking. Pam says, I can definitely relate to Grant and his non-scale victory. I was so excited going to Disneyland, and I went live. And Mia was my only viewer on my first live at Disneyland, which was so fun. And it was about a year ago. Oh, wow. Yeah, Mia. She's very faithful in our lives. Yeah, listen. That's a great non-scale victory. I've been having a lot of non-scale victories with my clothes. I've had so many clothes in the closet that I'm like, oh, I'll wear. I'm going to save it. And so I've been having a lot of non-scale victories with that. Oh, wow. And you can get through the turnstile. Listen, this sounds crazy, but it is a real thing. And you, as this old man used to say, and we used to get so frustrated, he used to say, you don't know till you know. We would be like, what in the world are you talking about? We didn't say world. What world are you talking about? You don't know till you know. But I get it now. You don't know till you know. And so that's a definitely you don't know till you know victory. Non-scale victory, being able to go through the turnstile. Yes. Yes. Being able to slide into the booth with no fear, no hesitation, no anxiety, no sweats, no prayers. Oh, like, oh my gosh. All of those little things, okay? Congratulations, Pam. So happy for you. Yeah, those are big things. And like somebody was saying previously, in the live, the motivation makes you not want to go back. Even if you have a mishap or setback or whatever, you're still like, no, I'm definitely not going back to where I was. You know, you just reach a point where you just like, nope, I gotta keep pushing. I gotta keep, moving forward, inch by inch. It doesn't even matter. Yes, indeed. Being able to go through the turnstile, definitely. That's a biggie. Anybody else have any non-scale victories? Any non-scale victories? Any major GLP weight loss accomplishments? Any feel goods? Any liberating moments? Okay. All of those work. All of those, excuse me, make you feel so good. And Pam, I was talking about you. I saw your modified version. I did see that when you were on the chair. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Chat, like I said, gave me something, and it's really spoon feeding me on this exercise. But yeah, I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. Anybody else have any non-scale victories? Let me see. I saw somebody. L. Lewis said, it could be processed plant foods since not all plant foods are equal. Yes. Like fake meats. Yes. Frozen vegan meals, chips, sugary snacks, refined carbs, white bread, pasties. Yes. Yes. Yes, L. Lewis. Yes. Indeed. Indeed. Causing trigger inflammation. That's a good one. That's a good one. I feel like I feel like the person sitting in the pews and it's like, did anybody tell the preacher my business? Indeed. Hey, Cass Wims. So glad to have you. So glad to have you. Oh, yes, non-scale. My leggings are loose. Yes, indeed. That's a biggie. That, dare I say, girl, yes, that is a biggie. You know, I had some leggings walking. I just kept pulling them up, pulling them up, pulling them up. And somebody said, you need to get rid of them. You need to get rid of those leggings. Yes, yes, L. Lewis. Indeed. Things in the kitchen. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, but that's why I said on my live Saturday, I'm just not that person who can reward myself. And the boss way was saying the same thing. And I was glad I'm not, I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but I was glad it was somebody in the community. Like I know there are other people who can eat through the suppression. I'm one of those, but I cannot reward myself. It's very, very rare moments where I can say, okay, you haven't had this for a while. You can give yourself, a bag of chips or whatever. Because once I open that Pandora's box, I'm just going to eat it. I'm going to, buy another bag. And so I can't reward myself. I'm going to have to wait, okay, comfortably until I get like to the twos for sure to say, if I decide to reward myself with food, trying to get out of that habit, but if I decide to do that, it has to be when I'm in the twos, because if I don't do it when I'm in the twos, I'm just going to keep roller coastering back and forth, up and down, up and down. And so I'm down again. Exercise is definitely a must for me. My body is losing weight friendly. Okay. That my body is willing to lose weight if I put in the work. Like some people might struggle, but if I legitimately exercise on this GLP-1 and eat right, I'm going to drop some weight. So we'll see what happens. I'm so close once again. And I'm going to get there before the 31st of March because I'm tired of playing. I'm tired of playing. I'm tired of playing with Kim. Okay, Kim is tired of playing with Kim. So I'm going to get to the twos by the 31st of March. Let's see what y'all saying in the chat here. Woo, it is popping, okay? I am officially in a medium top and a size 10 pants. You go. My leggings go under my bra, but I will keep them. Yeah. Oh, I love, yes, Ayuga. Matter of fact, they just sent me, I got to put in some more items. Yes, congratulations to all the non-scale victories. I was shocked when I got into that Ayuga stuff. I was totally shocked, okay? Totally and completely shocked. Because I had asked my daughter, I was like, I'm gonna need you to model this for me. I'm not gonna show your face. I'm gonna need you to model it. And it was taking her longer than what I needed. So I just tried them on. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. And their largest size is 2X. So I'm like, because I was saying to myself, why do you only go to 2X? But okay, let's see. Pammy says, you are very welcome. I caught that up, mentioned it either in the chat or another live. I'm so happy because others need those modifications too. And because you mentioned it, yes, it helped. Yes. Yes. And thank you. People don't understand. You do need modifications. Listen, like I said before, I didn't share my age, but now I do. I'm racing, y'all. I'm racing. And y'all are doing good. Everybody who's younger than me, y'all are doing good. Get it together. Get it together, in the words of Real Journal Talk with V. Get it together, because I'm racing against time. And when I say time, I've been here a long time. I'm trying to get this body together. I know it's never too late, but you know, when you hit a certain age, as Kendi Gay says, a particular age, you could wake up with a pain that you didn't have yesterday. You could be walking, minding your own business, and you get a pain. It's just like, what? And hope it doesn't show up again tomorrow. That's all you can do. Take some Tylenol and hope it don't show up again the next day. All right, people are saying thank you. Let's see. You said I sit always. You maybe autocorrect did something you didn't want it to do. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cass Wombs. I hope I'm saying that right. Pammy says, I have allowed myself treats too. I was stricter in the 2 years, but I allowed a great about one time a week. Okay, you allow 1 time a week. Yeah, see, I'm not there yet. I have not arrived there. Hey, Lala, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. So glad. Have y'all ever seen that little it's a little mini video or something where they put the treat in front of the kid and they say, okay, I'll be right back. Don't eat it. Mercy. Yes. Ayuga is definitely blowing up. They are trying to get out there. So, you know. Okay, you didn't always have suppression. That's what you meant. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Everybody's speaking to Lala, the high vibe coach. Lala, I saw you on that what is it, that treadmill? She was dancing on the treadmill, okay? Dancing on the treadmill, period. I was holding on for dear life and I wasn't even on the treadmill. I'm just holding on, looking at her. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Listen, it's a shocker. And my clothes are steadily coming off. You know, becoming looser, like Cass Williams. Cass Williams. I want to say Williams, but I don't know your last name. Cass Williams. Cass Woman? I don't know. People are speaking. And if you can type in protein to share your channel. If you are a channel member, you can type in member, I believe it is. Type in member. And Grant is my featured channel member for this month, and he's also on my website. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss anybody. The boss, I need to check back to see why I haven't seen an email. Yes, check with them. You know, and the time is different because I usually get my emails from them at like 2 in the morning. And so I'm going to have to answer them. DeBossway, I'm 53 years old. I think I'm older than most of us. I got you, DeBossway. When I say I got you, I'm older than y'all. I'm in my 60s. Okay? I am in my 60s. Yes, indeed. And thank goodness for children, because they say children they can keep you young in some instances. All right, let's see. People are speaking. I have a college reunion in May. I'm going to weigh less now than I did 50 years ago. Oh, wow, that is beautiful. Listen, that is beautiful. I will never weigh what I weighed in college or high school. When I got married, I was 175, my first marriage. I was 175, size 12 pants, 10 dress. That's how well I could carry my weight. Okay. I doubt if I'll ever see those days again, but I'm okay with that. I want to be comfortably in the twos. Lala, you said you are 46? Oh my gosh. Look, fabulous. I mean, everybody does, really and truly. I wouldn't have thought that. I would not have thought that you were 46. I guess I would when I think about it. I mean, when I'm thinking of it from a different perspective. I actually have two daughters in their 40s. So, you know, and they look so young. So yeah, but I wouldn't have never guessed that. Definitely wouldn't have guessed that you were in your 40s. No way. 46. You on the other side of 40. I definitely wouldn't have guessed that. Okay. Marjorie said youngster. Indeed. Indeed. A youngster. Indeed. I used to get so upset when people used to be like, oh, you're so young. You're so young. You can do this. You can do that. You can do this. You can do that. And now I say that to people, oh, you're young. You're young. You could listen. You could start all over. You could wake up and start all over and still be in good time. You said you'll have to check it out again. Okay. Yeah. What? Abby, you look great. You said you're 56 and you'll be 57 in September. You look absolutely great. Okay. Absolutely great. And I know you feel great. Cass Williams. Thank you, Cass. I was thinking that. Oh, she said you thought you were older. Okay. People just sharing their age. Hey, JC, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Speaking of youngsters, JC, no, I don't know how old you are, but you look great too. And like I said, I have everybody beat. I have two children in my 40s, so I got y'all beat. But it's okay. What? Get out. Cass says, I am in my 70s. Well, excuse me. You know who else is in their 70s? And she's put it in the live. Blue True. If y'all ever see Blue True come through, Blue True is in her 70s. And I mean, she puts in 10,000 or more steps a day. I'm like, oh my gosh, living the dream. Living the dream. She doesn't play. Shiny 51, looking really, really great. Yes, everybody. Yes. Oh, absolutely. One thing about time is it's just going to keep going. So, you know, like I had said previously, I put it off doing this. Like I started with Ozempic, but you know, once I made up my mind to do it, and as far as the GLP-1 shot is concerned, one of my regrets is that I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I would have done it sooner, because again, when you get older, you think you can do things. Whoever said age is nothing but a number, it's a little questionable. Okay, it's questionable. Because you think you can do things. You have the mind and the energy in your mind to do things that you used to do. But in some cases, your body is just like, no, you can't. I'm tired. No, I've been working for you for a long time. I need some rest. So you just can't do a lot of stuff that you used to do. Now, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but this body can't do a lot that it used to do and it wants to do. Hopefully I'll get there. I don't even know that weight loss would do that, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Yes, I know that's right. 50 is the new 30. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. Losing Grace says, I am currently my high school weight. That's a definite, I don't know if it's a non-scale victory, but that's definitely a victory. Congratulations. That is awesome. Okay. You're 177 and now 5'8". Yeah, see? Yes. And that's exactly, I was about 175, and you said you're wearing a size 10. Exactly. Yep. Congratulations, Harjarine. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. I don't know that, yeah, I don't know that I could handle being a size 10. I don't know if I could. I might be like, what is she doing? What is she doing? She over there, don't she got a pastor's channel? She over there in some leather and lace. What is going on with her? No, I'm just messing. Okay, the boss way says, I told my daughter, and she told me I was pushing it because she's 33. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Johnny says, I wear the same size I wore in the 12th grade, just shaped differently and have way more up top. Yeah, 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 indeed. Anybody listen? I know for me, I was never small up top, but when I breastfed, anybody breastfeed, they're just like that's a game changer when you breastfeed for real. Okay. Yeah, people are looking really, really great, and most importantly, feeling great and feeling good about yourself. Yeah, I was 126 until I was 28 years old, and I went up to 148. Yeah, I gained about 60 pounds with my first child. I try not to blame her, but yeah, I was up to about 235. And she was a 5 pound bag of sugar, okay? I promise you, there was a Haagen-Dazs ice cream shop. That was before they were like popular, I guess. I don't know, in stores or whatever, but it was an ice cream shop down the street from us. And man, we used to kill that ice cream. Kill it. And I was of the era where, oh, you're pregnant, you're eating for two, you can eat whatever you want. You know, people don't do that anymore. Some people exercise up until like their 8th month or more. They're just walking, doing something. That era of eating what you want while you're pregnant is over. So I gained weight, then worked out, got pregnant again. So it just became kind of a pattern. Mm-mm-mm. Kind of a pattern. Yes. Cass Williams says, I'm retired now and getting the steps in is a challenge. Yeah, indeed. I do part-time. Let me see. Yeah, I just upped my steps to 7,000. But before I was working, I wasn't getting in a lot of steps. Sedentary lifestyle. Today, I put in 5,003 steps. That's it. My goal is 7,000. So I'm going to have to get moving tonight before the clock strikes 12. I haven't exercised I didn't get a chance to exercise this morning, so I'm going to exercise this evening. That'll probably give me another 1,000 steps. And so hopefully I'll get that in. Blue True, I talked you up. Blue True. I just talked you up. I was talking about how you were older than me, and you get your steps in. Oh, you said thank you, sweetie, lady, Low Carb Queen. I'm getting my steps in, and I heard my name. Yes, 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 yes. What a blessing. Happy Wednesday. Thank you. Yes, indeed. And so, when I see people who are my age, older than me, then it lets me know it is attainable. You can do it. It's just that mindset, changing the mind. Okay. It's a big deal to change your mind so that you can change your body. That's a biggie, because you don't always feel like doing it, but you have to do it. I'm waiting for the time when my exercise becomes muscle memory. You just get up and do it. It's just a routine. I'm looking for that time. Let's see. Cass says, yes, I had a setback during the pandemic. Yeah, okay. A setback. Yeah, I don't know what that setback was, but yeah, people think, even though the pandemic is over, there's still some side effects, and it's still a lot after the pandemic. Still a lot. Pammy says, well, you do not look like you're in your 60s, and I agree about the kids keeping you young, and they keep you in style and up to date. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Indeed. Indeed. Especially the girls, to be. Shawnee says, I weigh more than I did, though, in high school, but wear the same size. Just bought some size 10 jeans, baby. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I saw Miss Betty White getting into her apple bottoms. That is cool. Yes, 70 is the new 50. I will take that, Cass. I will take that. Yes, indeed. Yes. What did Grace say? You go, Grace. Oh, yeah, she said about high school. She's at her high school weight. Let's see. Pam says, I'm still shocked to weigh less than my high school weight. I was 150 to 155 in the ninth grade, and I'm 145 to 147 now. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. I don't even think I would know how to act. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Lala says, ain't nothing wrong with rest. Absolutely. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I don't think I know how to act. Wow, thank you. I feel amazing, and I feel 10 years younger. But the saggy skin, I thought, made me look older. Listen, what's the trade-off? Like, that's the question that I'm probably going to be asking myself. If and when I have any, like, my arms and stuff like that sagging, what's the trade-off? Do I want to fill them back up again, or do I just want to, roll with the punches? I don't. Pam, the trade-off is a blessing. Okay, that's how I look at it, and I'm not there yet, but I would love to have this conversation with Miss Toy. I told her we need to do a collab because I would love to have a conversation, with her, because of the different things that she gets. But what's the trade-off? That's my question. I feel better already. It's just some things I don't worry about, and maybe it's because of my age or whatever. I don't know, but it's just some things I don't worry about and I don't care about. But I'm not all the way there yet, Pam. So when I get there, okay. There's a remedy out there somewhere. Alonda, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Yes, indeed. Leather and lace. Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do if I get too small. I might not be able to handle my own self. Okay. I might not be able to handle my own self. Y'all, this is going to sound really, really bad. And I probably shouldn't say it, but you ever been in the stores, grocery stores or whatever, and you see the back version, of a fly person. They got the leggings, they may have a jacket on, they got the jewelry, you can see the back of the hair. And when they turn around, it's an older woman. Like a visibly older woman. And I'm like, that's probably going to be me. It's probably gonna be me, okay? Sexy from the back and old in the front. Pam said I was a teen mom. Okay. Okay. Listen. Oh, you said you driving home. Listen. Blue True. I am in my 18th year of retirement. Oh, wow. Blue, you start saying Blue? Shit. Blue is not new to the game. She true to the game, okay? She is in her 18th year of retirement. That just means she retired early, too. Okay? 18th year of retirement. Congratulations. Now, listen, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, Blue True. Trying. When I grow up, for real. Let's see. You're trying to get to be a centennial like my mom. Yeah, yeah, exactly. As long as I'm healthy, and able to move around, you know, and can still, take care of myself to some degree, as much as possible, then I'm all for it. I am all for it. Oh, wow, look, Blue True, yeah, is in the building. Yeah, she said she was listening while she was doing her steps. She was listening. Yes, indeed. Let's see what Blue True says. She says to Cass, I walk in place to my favorite music. I am at 10,799 steps right now. I told y'all, she don't play. And she gets those steps in. Blue True, would you tell us your age one more time? I know you've put it in my live before. If if you don't mind. Oh, you're a shorty? You 5'6". You said I'm a shorty. Oh, 5'4". Okay. Because you said 6'5". I know. I thought you meant 5'6". 5'4". Listen. Yeah. Yeah, the phones can be crazy. Yep. Yep, Blue True. She said, I'm 71 years old by God's grace. That's, again, y'all motivate me on the young end, and that's a motivation, for my age. She's older than me, and she's putting in 11,000, 12, almost 11,000 steps. Come on. Kimberly, you got this. So my goal is to, I just put in to do 7,000 steps. I started at like 4 and I moved up to 5. And then once I surpassed 5, now I changed it to 7. So that's my goal, to do 7,000 steps a day. And then once I surpass that, I'll take it up a little bit higher until I get to those 10,000 steps a day. So that's motivation right there. Motivation. Okay. He said you're going to start dancing. My 5-year-old grandbaby likes video dancing. Yes, absolutely. I like it too. I like dancing. That's awesome, Pammy Whammy. Think I want to get to 150. Okay now. Okay. Yes, the trade-off is feeling better, looking better, more movement. It's definite trade-off. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Joseph Shiny says, right. What's the trade-off? People say to me, girl, you lost your booty and said, we'll go find it because I'm okay without it. I don't care. I just want to be healthy. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. People are speaking to JC. I know that's right. You know who I haven't seen lately? I haven't seen Hermione. I've got to go and check out her channel and see what's going on over there. Hey, Positive T. So glad to have you in the building. Thank you for coming through, coming in. I appreciate you. Beautiful, I'm colored. Hey, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. So glad to have you. I got to go back and watch that live with you and Paul. People are speaking. Everybody is speaking. I'm on my way out the door, y'all. People, I thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate y'all. Anybody who's doing plant-based, just remember 5 ingredients or less. Yes, I saw Lucha. I saw you put that in there. Yes. Yes. That's a queen right there. Putting in 11,000 steps a day at 71. Just put me to shame. It's not really putting me to shame. I'm playing around. Just a motivation. You are definitely a motivation to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, it is an awesome Wednesday. That's okay, Vanessa. We appreciate you. You know that. Appreciate you. Okay. Pam, the way you put it, that's not funny, but the way you said it. Okay, she said, oh, I will say I'll take sagging butt over, the weight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, it's all good. It's all good. Y'all, it's my oldest son's birthday. Happy birthday. Had to tell him that YouTube says happy birthday. My middle daughter, her birthday was Sunday. And so we celebrated her. Oh, it's more about your face? Well, I don't know. Again, it's the trade-off, and I don't have any remedies, but where's my cream? This is what I use to help with my face. And again, I didn't buy it. One of my daughters bought it for me, and it is Estee Lauder. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. It is the Estee Lauder. What is this stuff? It's by Estee Lauder. That used to be my mom's. She used to love their perfume. But it is you have to put this on at night. You can't put it on in the daytime because of it can't get the sun. It'll have a reaction with the sun. So you have to put it on at night. And of course, wash your face in the morning. But it's a cream that has something to allegedly help tighten the skin, and it's very expensive, and you only need a little bit of it. And this is not sponsored, but I'm going to put this product in. And you see my daughter gave it to me, but then she went in and took a big scoop of it. But you just put a little bit on, and it does help. I do see the difference. Maybe in my mind, but it does help. Absolutely it helps. Okay. And, anything with that active ingredient, and Hollywood was doing this a long time ago. I don't know if Darian is still here, but I know he mentioned that in somebody else's live one time, how people were using, they were putting it on their face. The active ingredient that is in the preparation H, let me just put it that way, that's in the preparation H, they would use that and put it on their face, and it'll tighten the face. It'll tighten the face. That's all I can say. Have I ever tried it? Woo! Okay, here we go. JC says, Hermione is good. Okay. All right. Thank you. I'm going to go over there and check her out. Trying to get over to everybody. All right, y'all, I'm getting out the door. Oh, okay. He just got home and you're cooking for him. That's so nice. That is so nice. Grant. Oh, wow. Vanessa said he is 38. Okay. Okay. Happy 38th birthday. Yes. Yes, indeed. I know, right? Let's see. The boss boy said, I tried the Impossible Burger. It tastes good, but I couldn't get past the texture. Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta really fry. You gotta really, well, fry. You gotta really cook them. That texture is a big thing. It's a big thing. That's why I kind of favor the chicken patties because their texture is a little bit better. Yeah, now I will eat the one from Burger King. I definitely have, if I'm desperate, to get something to eat. A matter of fact, I had one like not too long ago. I don't know where we were, but I was hungry. And Lorna and I went to Burger King and I got the Impossible Burger. But I said, give me the works. Put the lettuce, tomato, the pickles, onions, because I can eat it like that when it's heavy with all those extra things on it. The boss way said, thank you, Blue True. I will start marching in place. Yeah, I have bought them from the grocery store. I like them, but I don't just eat it like I load it up. I do load it up and I do try to fry it a little hard. I know I shouldn't be frying so much, but it's a process. People are talking about those steps. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Pammy says, that's amazing. 18 years. I should have made a few different financial decisions earlier. I may be working till I'm 65. Well, I'm past 65 and I'm still working part-time. Part-time. But I'm glad I am. I'm 67. I'm, some days I'm okay with it and some days I'm not, you know. But it helps me get out of the house and get movement in and, help the little children, all of that. So, when whatever your career is just naturally who you are. So, it helps. Some days I'm like, oh, I don't feel like it. I was so grateful. We were off Monday. I was so grateful because we had spring break. I was so grateful. They were expecting a tornado. So they had to work remotely. I was like, thank God. Blue Chew says, and chat, you all motivate me along with my love for music. Okay. Yeah, put on some good music and go. I use Fenty too. Okay. You're using Tatcha now. Let's see. I have a lymphatic face brush. Yeah, and good moisturizer. Yeah, I have one of those rollers. The jade rollers. Remember, people used to use. I'm laughing, but you are absolutely telling the truth. And no, I did not participate in that one, okay? But yeah, people used to say, use your baby's diaper to put on your face. The newborn, okay? The little young and innocent baby diapers. I remember that, Harjarine. Oh my gosh. That is hysterically funny. Oh my gosh. Yes, indeed. Okay. Pammy says, today I lax and I'm only at 5K steps right now, so I should get on the walking pad so I can get to 7K. Yeah, that's my new goal. That's why I said I may not reach 7K tonight, but I am going to exercise tonight, and my exercise should at least give me 1,000 steps. Now, unless I go and find me something that says, 2,000 steps, a 2,000 step walking video, but I'm probably not going to do that. I'm gonna look for something. Well, a chat gave me something new, so I'm gonna work on that. That chat gave me, and Chat gave me workouts in 5-minute intervals. Okay, so and if you get 20 minutes in during the course of the day, it's good. But the actual exercises are in 5-minute intervals. So I'm going to work on that and see how that goes. I'll let y'all know. I'm definitely going to let my channel members know. Let y'all know how that goes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I remember that, Arjurine. I do remember that. That was a thing. I don't know if anybody did it, but yeah. Cass, my daughter bought her and I one of those lymphatic brushes too. Yeah. Vanessa says, I don't have a problem with rewarding myself. I know that's right. But I'm trying to not reward myself with food. You know, I'm a foodie, but I'm trying not to do that. Happy birthday. Vanessa says, Shawnee, I see you. Shawnee's looking good. Okay, Grant says, Low Carb Queen, there are so many teachers retiring around here and coming back to long-term sub for quite a while. Hard to find. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Right now in North Carolina, they probably need about 600 teachers. If they would pay me to co-teach, like I could keep my same schedule, because I mean, I can teach. I'm not going to lie. You put a group of children in front of me. Yes, I can do something. But I don't want to do the lesson plans. I don't want to be there all day. I don't want to do the meetings, And like I said previously, they have put me into 2 classrooms this year. Like last year I had about 7 pull-out groups. This year I have 2 pull-out groups. And then the rest of my time, I'm in with 3 teachers, 2 of which have classroom management issues. Not to talk about education, but, that's just what it is. And so my principal who left, she strategically placed me in 2 of those classes. And the other lady is expecting. So she needs some help, but she don't need any classroom management help. But she has a big class. She's got about 37 kids. So, yeah. But I just don't want the responsibility. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. Pam says, yes, I'm working on that too because will not pay for a facelift. He said you definitely. Oh, your insurance will definitely not pay for a facelift. Yeah. But you know what? Now those types of things are like cheaper and cheaper. My daughter was telling me that, like facelifts. I don't know. I have no clue. And I'm just saying, like, for me, because I'm like, one of these days I want to get this because I could see this coming in as I get older, period. And so I just want to pull this back just a little bit. But she was saying, like, if you get stuff cheap, Botox is cheap, all of that. I don't know. Pam, you look great, period and point blank. The trade-off, like I said, everybody, the trade-off is amazing. I think working can still help keep us active. Yes, otherwise I may stay. Yes, indeed. I can substitute teach out. Yeah, I thought about subbing. Well, first of all, I'm down in North Carolina. I make more money than if I was sub, but I would have more flexibility. I definitely would have that. And so, but subbing can be difficult, you know. It's the kids just they do sub so bad. It depends on what grade, all of that, what school, and you can choose that. I yesterday there was a sub, the teacher was out, and I told her for the second block, I was like, this is a good group, you don't have to worry about them, blah blah blah. And I told them, I said, I gave y'all a compliment, And I'm only in that class because I get off at 1 o'clock. I'm only in there from 12:30 to 1. And I passed out lollipops to some of the kids, for answering questions. I bribed them, in other words. When I left that class, when I came back today, the teacher was back and 2 kids had in-school suspension. 2 kids, one of which would never usually do anything. They got into a fight in the classroom. I said, oh, they ate her alive. As soon as I left, they ate her alive and got into a 4th grade, got into a fight in the classroom. And so to me, that's the downside of subs. You just have to, again, kids, adults, people give you permission to treat them a certain type of way, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And so, some subs come in a little bit more aggressive than they should, and they don't know the kids. And so it's better to play a different type of role in my humble opinion. And then if you have a TA, which I'm classified as a teacher's assistant, who knows the kids and the sub is there, sometimes the subs don't want my help. And I'm in the classroom with these kids every day. So, hey, if you don't want the help, I'm not going to fight you on that. I'm not in competition with you. So, it is what it is. But, I digress. Let me get up out of here, y'all. Let me get up out of here. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Let's see. Because y'all know when I start talking about education, that's the rabbit hole. That's all of it. It was Grant's fault. Oh, wow. I have never heard about the baby diapers on the face. Yeah. Hey, Queen's Alchemy. How are you? So glad to have you in the building. In the building. Yes, indeed. Yes, you are in North Carolina too. Okay. I'm on the Charlotte side of North Carolina. Yeah, I'll be watching your videos sometime. Shame to say, I don't always comment. Sometimes I'm bored by TV, But yeah, I'm seeing you over there cooking. I appreciate you being here. Yes, yeah. Oh, listen. Thank you. Thank you so much. So are you. People are speaking to Queen's Alchemy. Please type in the word protein. If you're not connected to any of the channels, you can type in protein and it'll put your channel out there. Absolutely. And you can also type in get low, one word, all lowercase. Cass says, I heard that the mess around just being able to just teach. You're a retired teacher. Yes. Somebody put on TikTok, teaching is 80% behavior, true. 10% lessons and planning, true. And then they put the other 10 ... The behaviors are they're so unreal. Don't get me started, Cass. The behaviors. I wouldn't survive. I would not survive if I was teaching. I did an early retirement, but as much as I love teaching, I wouldn't survive. Because, honey, I would tell a kid off in a minute without even thinking about it. I'll tell a kid off. And then I have to catch myself because like I said before, I used to teach high school. So these are elementary students. So I really have to be careful with them. I really do. Because in high school, you could be a little tougher. But yeah, don't, as the kids say, don't come for me because I didn't send for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. And these kids, they see too much, they know too much, and they say too much. And it's unfortunate that they're repeating things that they've heard. And then when you call them on a carpet and, correct them, they don't like it. They can't handle correction, all of that. I need to just have an education platform. We talk about school all day long. Please, I love the kids, but I can't be with them all day. I know that's right. I know that's right. I work part-time and it's just enough time. And why is it that some of the, I hate to use the word bad because I know it's learned behavior, but some of the baddest kids are the ones that like me. They get on my nerves, you know? But that's because I'm always on them. I'm always fussing at them or correcting them or something, you know. And as much as they don't seem to like it, they like it. Kids like discipline. They absolutely like discipline. And so it just, that's, I can't. I can't. Okay. People are saying that's awesome. Vanessa says she's 56. Okay. I'm glad you did. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. So yeah, we are definitely neighbors. We are definitely neighbors. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. You might have to do a collab so you can show me how to eat some healthy plant-based food. I was in here talking about the plant-based food and the tofu and the impossible burgers. You know, I started getting inflammation, and I'm trying to figure out, is it from the tofu? Or, you know, the plant-based burgers, all of that. We could definitely have a conversation about that, Queen. Definitely. All right, y'all. I'm getting out. This is my third or fourth closing. See, Cass, you on it. Cass said, Google said preparation H helps with swelling under the eye. Yeah, it's going to shrink it. It's going to shrink it. That preparation H. People don't, but yeah, they used to put that in some of the Hollywood ingredients. You know, you can put it back here. And listen, I've tried it. I ain't even gonna lie. I mixed preparation H with some Vaseline. I sure did. And probably would have helped if I would have been consistent. But I'm getting off of here, y'all. Lord have mercy. Yes, they do. Yeah, oh, Vanessa, yeah. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. Parents are different and children are different. You know? It's so hard. It's so hard. I'm gonna tell y'all this and then I'm out the door. This little girl, I pull her out. She just kept saying, so and so is bullying me. I said, you told your teacher? Yeah, but she's not doing nothing. And she just kept telling me. So I pulled the little girl. I asked the teacher, could I talk to the little girl that was doing the bullying? This is second grade. Is it second grade? Second or third grade. And so the little girl, you know, I sat her down and started talking to her. You know, I said, wow, you know, why are you being mean? And she was like, well, there's somebody else on the bus that's being mean to me. And when she named that person, I knew exactly who that person was because she's in fourth grade. I said, okay. And then she started telling me that, you know, her mom wasn't around. She didn't see her mom that often, and she was going to go get to see her mom because she was telling the little girl that she was bullying, you're ugly and your mom is ugly and all this. Well, you know, she was missing her mom. And so she is acting out on a second grade level. And then she starts saying, can I come in your group? Can I come to? I said, well, your teacher chooses the groups. I don't. You know, and I probably should have asked the teacher if it was okay, but she really didn't need me because she was an avid reader. She could read really well. In this particular group, I'm helping readers, but I said all that to say they go through so much, you know, and they don't know how to process or deal with the things that they go through. And, you know, it's a lot. You know, nowadays, if you tell in your class, depending on the teacher, if you tell somebody's picking on you or bothering you or bullying you, it's like, why are you snitching? Like, you know, it's just like, deal with it. It's hard to deal with when you're in the second or third grade. That's it, guys. I'm out. That's my last and final closing. Yes. Type it in so that you can get these channels. I appreciate y'all so much for coming in. Y'all have a great day tomorrow and the rest of the week. I have a video coming out tonight before I go to sleep. I'm posting that video. That is my injection 59. I'm going to put that video out and just going to keep on pushing out content and getting down to the twos. Low carb journey, low carb life. Thank you so much with your low carb queen. And remember, every day is a new beginning. Bye bye.